Dearest Sadhguruji, I have a question for you. I'm a very emotional person and I often find it very difficult to emotionally detach myself from a situation that I know that is not good for me. Like I can see that this is not going somewhere where I want it to go, but it's very difficult to divert my mind and my emotions away from that. How do you think I can handle that situation? I would really like to know your perspective on it.
There's a whole lot of talk in the world about, the head and the heart business, but the way you think is the way you feel. And the way you feel is the way you think. For different people, different things run for… For some people, their thoughts, today largely because of the type of education, for most people, their thoughts run ahead of their emotions. But still there is a sizable percentage of people for whom their emotions run ahead of their thoughts. What Sonakshi is asking is, there are situations that you don't wish to be, but emotions are tangled up. So thought keeps going there, unknowingly you keep walking in the direction. What you need to understand, thought is agile. Today my thought says she is the most wonderful person. Tomorrow, if she does something that I don't like, immediately my thought says, she is no good. But if my emotions have gone ahead with this wonderful person, emotions are not that agile, they cannot turn around so quickly, it's little sappy, it takes time. In the meantime, you struggle because thought says this is not okay, but emotion is still entangled. Now what do I do about this? Don't try to control your emotions or thoughts, because the very nature of your mind is such that I don't want to think about this person means that's the only person I'm going to think about for the rest of my life. So, when compulsive thoughts and emotions come, first and foremost thing that you do, you simply see them for what they are. You don't try to resist them. The moment you resist, they will multiply. In this mind, you don't have subtraction and division, you only have addition and multiplication. So, what you need to do, one thing is, just understand that thought and emotion are just a recycle of the data that is already there, something that you remember. It is just that memory is little smelly, it just keeps coming. You just have to see it like that, little distance from… It is like you were jammed in a traffic jam, you were going to the airport, you got stuck in a traffic jam, how much anxiety and struggle you had, then somehow you got there and then you got into the airplane and you took off. From up there when you look down, how nice the traffic jam looks. Simply because there is a little distance. Still the same traffic jam, but because there is a distance, suddenly there is nothing to it. Similarly with your thought and little bit of practice to create a little distance from your physiological processes and your psychological processes come. But if you try to handle individual thought and emotion, they will multiply thousandfold.
Visionary Women is a volunteer-run organization, and I know that every single person who is here is giving their time to one organization or another. And the fact that you have 9 million volunteers, and you were talking about the relationship between volunteerism and willing, and that it's through willingness that you uplift your consciousness, if I'm quoting you correctly or I'm understanding it. in some ways talking about how it could be a doorway to becoming a bigger person than who you are.
See, before we come to women, first thing is visionary. What a vision means is, say everybody has desires. Desire is an incremental way of enhancing our life. Today you desire, I must have a home, tomorrow you desire, I must have this money, tomorrow you desire something else. These are incremental ways of arranging and rearranging our lives, which are needed to do a few things. When you say, I'm a visionary, what you're saying is, I have a larger desire, which is not about just incremental improvement of my life. Desire is about me always. Vision is an all-inclusive process. So, this itself is a phenomenal thing. If people, instead of having desires, if they have a vision, vision is always all-inclusive. Desire is personal. Desire leads to incremental changes and improvements. Vision can transform the whole situation. I like music. So, about willingness, because you said you're a volunteer organizer, to be a volunteer. A volunteer means somebody who is doing something willingly, right? There's no other compulsion. There are no financial compulsions, there are no social compulsions, there is no something else. You want to do something willingly. So when you're a willing participant, right now, you're a volunteer. I'm asking all of you, right now, are you compelled to be here or are you here voluntarily? Oh, thank you. Because I've spoken to conscripted people also. I've spoken in the prisons, I've spoken in many places. So you're here willingly. You're doing something willingly is the fundamental of your joy, isn't it so? Hello? However simple or stupid or idiotic activity it is, I'm doing something willingly, makes a world of difference, isn't it so? Hello? Yes. The difference between heaven and hell is just this. You're doing something willingly, that's your heaven. You're doing something unwillingly, that's your hell. We have already taken on attitudes, what we like and what we don't like. I like this person, I don't like this person. Now with this person I will do things willingly, with this person I'll do things unwillingly. This may be two people, two aspects of life, two communities, two nations, two many things. This I will do willingly, this I do unwillingly. This means I've decided in my mind this is good, this is bad. When I hear even on national news channel, good guys and bad guys, it just… once you have this kind of thing, you are going to be disastrous to the planet, it's just a question of time. The moment you decide, this is a good person, this is a bad person, this has gone deep into American society. No, there are no good people and bad people. Everybody is oscillating between the two. If you create a very pleasant, wonderful atmosphere, everybody behaves wonderfully. If you create an unpleasant atmosphere, a whole lot of people act nasty. Yes or no? There are joyful people and miserable people, but there are no good people and bad people.
That's big.
The moment we think we are good, we are entitled to destroy the bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, we've been destroying a lot of people for a long time. Time to stop that because human beings are in different levels of experience and understanding, variety of people. Anybody who is not like you is obviously bad, isn't it? Isn't it so? Those who are not like me must be bad people. Because the basis of goodness and what you think is goodness is decided by you. No, you have no business to do that. Willing means this, I'm just willing. I'm 100% yes to life. I am not yes to this one, no to this one, no. I am just yes and yes to life. If you are 100% yes to life, you are a volunteer.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You have become a willing life. You have become so willing that you have no will of your own. People ask me, Sadhguru, how do you operate with all these people? All kinds of horrible questions they're asking, they're doing this, they're doing that. I said, my life is not about them, it's about me. It's about how I am. It's about me. It doesn't matter how they are, that's their choice. But how I am is my choice, this is my way. No matter what they do, I'm like this. Because I have not given that freedom to anybody that somebody can freak me, somebody can make me angry, somebody can make me happy, somebody can make me unhappy. These privileges I kept to myself. It's time you do that too. Because if somebody else can decide what can happen within you right now, isn't this the ultimate slavery? Huh? Isn't this? Someone else can decide what should happen within you. What happens around you, of course, so many people decide. What happens around us is not 100% ours. But what happens within me must be my making, isn't it? Right now, just about anybody can freak anybody because they're not volunteers, they're unwilling. Volunteering means you have no will of your own, you can do whatever is needed. You know, we are a volunteer organization, this means all kinds of people. Most of them are not qualified for the jobs that they're doing. And I cannot fire them because they're volunteers. So people keep coming up to me on a daily basis, Sadhguru, I can't work with this person, she's so horrible, I can't do it. I tell them, see, in this world, this is the sort of people who exist, like this, like this, like this, like this is the kind of people there are. But if you want to work with ideal people, you must go to heaven. And today.
And today.
But if you think what you're doing is very significant, you must learn to work with all these horrible people. This is how the world is. If you think what you're doing is very significant, you learn to work with all kinds of people. You will see horrible people will do wonderful things. Yes?
Yes.
But if you want to work with ideal people, you won't find any. I haven't found one yet. All kinds of mixed bags.
Yes.
But if you are willing that you are not yes and no, yes to one, no to another, you're simply one big yes, you will find a way.
Only one question, Guruji. We the human beings, the earth, are by chance or by choice of God or any superpower?
Why we are on this planet?
By accident or by design or by superpower?
I think even the planet is wondering why the hell these human beings came here. See, the solar system, the way it is, and so as the other universal systems, the galaxies, they're all happening because they arrive at a certain perfection of geometry. Geometry in the sense, right now this planet is going around the sun, it's found its perfect orbit, so it's going and going and going. Not powered by engine or something. See, the airplane is going, powered by engines, it's being pushed. This is not being pushed, this has just found a certain perfection of geometry and it's going on. The day it loses its perfection of geometry, if it loses the line of orbit, it's gone. So in this process, life happens on this planet, also involving this geometry on various levels. We say, in the yogic culture we say, a human being is physiologically and in terms of brain has reached its peak physiologically. That is, after a million years, you will not have a horn coming out of your head or something else, like the tail disappeared, something else will disappear. This cannot happen. We are saying this from a certain context. Today, the modern neuroscientists are saying similar things. They're saying the size of the neuron in the human brain can neither increase nor can the wiring inside can increase, because the physical laws don't permit it. The laws of physics do not permit it. I will not go into the detail of that. To put it very simply, how we see it is, your birth here, right now all life on this planet is solar powered, isn't it? Yes? It is the sun's energy which is doing all this. And also the revolutions and the rotations of the moon also has influence upon us. The very ocean is rising and falling with the movement of the moon. Only because our mothers' bodies were in tune with the cycle of the moon, we are born and we are here. Yes? If this 28-day cycle of the moon does not repeat itself in a woman's body, you and me wouldn't be born. So because it has reached that, we say physically, the physical laws have come to a certain place where life upon this planet cannot evolve further. You can make use of what you have in a much better way. Using the same technology, we had a dumb phone, then we had a smartphone, now we have an iPhone. Like this, we can go on improving it, how we use it. But the fundamental physical laws will not permit any further evolution of this creature. So did it happen by accident? No. The theory of evolution, you know Charles Darwin, who made a monkey out of you? Not me, him. If you look at the theory of evolution, which was propounded just 150 years ago, we have said this thousands of years ago, in the sense… You know the 10 avatars? At least the 9 you know, those who have come. What is the first one? Matsya Avatara. Matsya Avatara means fish or water life. All life on this planet started underwater. What is the next avatara? Kurma Avatara, amphibious like a turtle, half in the water, half on the land. The next one is Varaha Avatara, a pig or a wild boar. Among the mammals, one animal which is strongly rooted in its body is a wild boar. See, we live next to the forest, we see this. The tribal boys can kill a deer with a stick. If you hit it with a stick, it'll fall dead. The local dogs will hunt the deer, but a wild boar, you try to kill him and see, it's not easy to kill him. You go smash him with a car, his spine is broken, still he will go, he will not stop. Because he's so physically rooted, his life is so physical. So the next form of life was Varaha. This simply means the creator is finding expression in first as fish, then as a turtle, then as a wild boar. Next one is Narasimha, half man, half animal. Next one is Vamana, a dwarfed man. Next one is a full-grown man but emotionally volatile man who is Parashurama. Next one is a peaceful man, which is Rama. Next is a loving man, which is a Krishna. Next is a meditative man, which is a Buddha. The next is supposed to be a mystical being yet to come. Okay? This is running very much in parallel lines with the Darwin's theory of evolution. Yes or no? It's in the same sequence, exactly in the same sequence. Darwin propounded his theory only 150 years ago. This was said 12 to 15,000 years ago. Adiyogi himself spoke about it. So, if you observe life, you can clearly see from what is inanimate, basic life formed. From that, life evolved. We've always seen it that way. Always we saw life evolved. Constantly, we are… in every temple you go, there is a snake. There are various symbolisms all around the place, because even today in your brain, one part of your brain is a reptilian brain. You know? The core part of your brain is still a reptilian brain and it still functions, and we have different practices in yoga as to how to transcend this reptilian brain and allow the cerebral cortex to function. And today we have scientific evidence to show you. The University of California has done scientific studies on Shambhavi Mahamudra, the basic practice we teach usually. And they say if you practice Shambhavi Mahamudra for 3 months, the neuronal regeneration increases by 241%, a kind of percentage that's never been recorded in the history of any kind of research, okay? Just a simple practice for 21 minutes, 241% increase in your brain function and neuronal regeneration. This means as you grow old, you will become more intelligent. Usually young people think you're getting stupid. Yes, your brain is actually growing, you understand? It's getting better by the day. Now there is scientific evidence. We always knew this, but today a meter has to say it. If a man says it, it's not true. If a man says it, it's doubtful. But a meter has to say it. Now the meters are saying it. The meters are saying your brain is actually growing by doing a simple 21-minute practice. And you don't believe the meter. You just do the practice for 3 months and see, you will see how clear and how smart your mind is suddenly.